When I was younger, I was very shy. I would never talk in class or to strangers, and giving a presentation like this one was one of my worst fears. For example, in my 8th grade history class, I had to give a speech once, and it was horrible. I kept tripping over my words, I was visibly shaking, and I forgot nearly the entire thing. Now, some of you are probably wondering, what happened? What could have possibly changed in just a few years that enables me to give this talk to you without majorly stressing out? Well, that answer is actually really simple. I joined drama. Though I had been scared to perform, I had always been fascinated with acting and theater, and freshman year I joined drama, and that's what helped me become more confident and outgoing. And I'm not the only one who's experienced this. All of my theater friends would agree that drama and the arts gave them a place where they belonged and helped them develop self-confidence. Now, my drama class really helped me develop my confidence because I went from being barely able to introduce myself to the class at the beginning of the year to reciting 3 monologues perfectly at the end. Now, last year, I decided to audition for a play, just for fun because I missed performing. I didn't think I would actually get in, but I did. The rehearsal process was a lot of fun, and I really enjoyed it. But although I hit it really well, I was actually really nervous before every rehearsal, which is understandable because it was my first play, I wanted to impress all my castmates, and just didn't want to let them down. But as time drew on and the play came closer, I became more confident in my abilities. And lots of people feel this way because the American Alliance for Theater and Education found that the act of performing can help students and youth recognize their potential for success and improve their confidence. So by the time the play came, I wasn't nervous at all, even for the actual performances. I loved the entire experience of performing, so I was alarmed when I was on the internet one day, as I usually am, not a surprise there, but I read that funds have been cut in more than 80% of school districts since 2008, and usually the first programs to go are the arts. Now, this really disappointed me because to me personally, the arts were the best part of school, and it turns out that lots of people actually agreed with me. 93% of Americans feel that the arts are essential to a well-rounded education, and 79% feel that the arts should be a priority in education reform. Now, if a poll like this were taken today, I bet the numbers would be even higher thanks to the new Broadway musical Hamilton that's taking the world by storm. Hamilton is about the lives of one of America's founding fathers, Alexander Hamilton, and it is completely sung through, meaning there's no dialogue, no talking, just music. More specifically, rap and hip-hop music. Now, this might sound a little strange, but it is a work of absolute genius, and I love it. Celebrities ranging from former President Obama to Meryl Streep to Beyonce have all seen this show. One of the best things about it, though, is yes, it's very entertaining, but it's also really educational. And the writer and star, Lin-Manuel Miranda, has taken it upon himself to start a program which he refers to on Twitter as #EduHam, which is going to give over 100,000 students across the nation the chance to attend special interactive matinee performances of Hamilton for just $10 a ticket. Now, let's put this in perspective. On Broadway, premium seats for Hamilton are about $849 per person. So these kids are getting a real bargain. And it's so great that the producers and performers are willing to give these students the chance to visit the theater and gain education because there's so many benefits from just seeing live theater. So naturally, students who know about Hamilton have an advantage in history, but it turns out that lots of theater kids actually have an advantage in all subjects. When you sign up for the SAT, the College Board asks you a few questions about your extracurriculars. For example, if you're a part of a sports team or play an instrument. But apparently the College Board doesn't have a lot to do, so one day they decided to see how art students did on the SAT against students who weren't a part of the arts. And the results were actually kind of surprising. On the 2005 SAT, students who were involved in the arts did better by an average of 65 points on the verbal component, which is the reading and writing, and 34 points on the math component, better than students who weren't involved in the arts. So this doesn't mean that if you do the arts, you'll magically become a genius, even though I wish this were true. But it shows that there might be a correlation between all the dedication and hard work it takes to put on a concert or a production and all the dedication and hard work that it takes to do well in school. And there are actually a lot of studies that show how the arts can help improve grades. For examples, a series of studies on the arts and education revealed a consistent link between performing text in the classroom and the improvement of verbal skills, including significant increases in story recall and understanding of written material. They also found that drama can help improve reading skills and comprehension better than other activities. I know that was a lot of information I just threw at you, so don't worry, the rest of this is going to be pretty narrative. Because I've personally definitely learned a lot from theater. Like when I first got into Les Miserables. It's still my all-time favorite musical, and I'm obsessed with it. It's pretty famous. You've probably heard some songs from it, like I Dreamed a Dream, On My Own. It's really good stuff. I read part of the book, I researched the rebellion, and just did, whatever any normal person would do. And I got really into it. My English final freshman year was actually a presentation on Les Mis and its themes. It was pretty much the first and only time I have ever been excited for a final. I doubt that'll happen in the future. Now, this year, I was also part of a musical called Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat. You all probably haven't heard of that one, but you might have heard of the composer. His name's Andrew Lloyd Webber. He wrote famous musicals such as Phantom of the Opera, Cats, Sunset Boulevard, which are all on Broadway right now, by the way. But this particular musical is based off a Bible story. So after I heard about it, I decided to read the story and research it, just so I knew a little bit about what was going on, which was a great learning experience. But the whole musical gave me a way to interact with the community and help me meet more people, including some people who I call my closest friends. So the arts and theater are so important because they can help students' self-esteem and just give them a place where they feel like they belong. Now I want to do more plays and musicals because my personal experience doing theater was so much fun and actually gave me a reason to want to be at school. So naturally, students who participate in the arts are 3 times more likely to win an award for attendance than those who don't. So instead of just focusing on math and science and grades, schools should focus on giving students a sense of purpose and helping them feel like they belong. It's great that schools really focus on this with sports, but by cutting the arts budgets, they're taking this opportunity away from their students. So next year, go out and start playing an instrument, join a drama class, take dance classes. Just do whatever you've been wanting to do that you think will make you happy. Let me tell you now that you won't regret it. Thank you.